Alright, it's been about 24 hours since I started that area. It took me 4 or 5 hours last night of just doing those small batches to get it all done. The leaf is lifted up. It messed up a little bit over here, but that's alright. I'm not going for perfect. The duct tape idea worked great. I had duct tape taped this way to the board here. That goes down 3/4 inches. And then put another tape over it and kind of flipped it over, and that gave me 2 inches here. And the plywood is under there 3/4 inch, so it's a little bit over an inch, but I didn't go all the way up to it, you see, and I was able to make my countertops rounded, so they're not just a straight edge, you know, coming at a right angle. It's a little messed up over here. Didn't quite, kind of had air bubbles or something in here. Didn't turn out perfect, but that's okay. Not going for perfect, going for different, unique. That leaf, as you can see, was wider than 24 inches. And it's a little hard, I think, to see on the video, but those are perilla leaves. And beginning of the year, the leaves were bigger than my hand, but now they're kind of gotten down to this size. So I had 7 of those. Oh, I just hadn't removed the painter's tape and cleaned up the wall. I'm going to start on the backsplash in a little bit. I thought I'd make the video before I got all messy again, but as you can see, I got another elephant ear in the corner, and then a smaller one over there on that edge. So I still need to finish up my cabinets, but I want to get done with the concrete part so I can go ahead and start sealing and doing the epoxy. But I won't remove the frame. I'm not going to remove the supporting piece down here or this piece until tomorrow or later. I'm not worried about. I want to make sure all that is set in place before I start, and I want to show you what I did on another part. This took not quite 4 80-pound bags of the Pro Finish crack resistant concrete here. It's a pre-mix. It comes with fibers. It has less shrinkage. Concrete will shrink. It has some sort of fiber in there. It looks like fiberglass to me, and it's supposed to be crack resistant and less shrinkage, and it dries faster. So I worked with it as quickly as I could. My unfinished kitchen is worse than normal, but I want to show you this. This is what I did a month ago. This is over my dishwasher, and I just went ahead and just used a 2-inch board and just placed it over there, and I had taken a hammer, and it was messed up. I angled it wrong, and it didn't quite do what I wanted. So this part underneath here is broken all the way back to the a little bit beyond where the plywood is, and this part had a little bit. This is part of the original thing I did a month ago. So this, I formed it, and then this morning I just took a 5-in-1 tool, these are excellent, and just scraped off the right angle that was there. And this one has the, I don't know if you can see, the elephant ear that I originally did on there. And you'll see my messy sink. I've been cleaning, but that's just from today. I hadn't done any shelves for that cabinet yet, but those are things that are going to go under there, so I'm not having to deal with all the pipes and stuff underneath the sink right now. But I didn't form that. I didn't put any leaf or any pattern into it. I just kind of screed it, and then this morning I scraped off any of the high pieces and did a little bit more rounding, just trying to get that edge to where it's just not a right angle. But I'm going to start with the backsplash over here. I'll get rid the tiles will get hidden underneath the backsplash, And I'm not going to do any wording or anything because I just need to get this done quickly today, so that in a couple of days I can do the sealer and then start with the epoxy, which I'm kind of excited about. But I wanted to show you that things are just a mess. I covered up, but things got dusty. I need to go back and rewash everything. Anyway, it's an ongoing process. And this is what happens when you try to live in your kitchen and use it as what would be normal while you do a remodeling of this nature. I mentioned in the other video, I did these to where these countertops can come off. Kind of hooked. These, I got plywood sheets underneath them, and they're screwed with pocket holes on the verticals. So all I have to go is unscrew it, and they can be lifted out if the backsplash is detached from them. So the only demolition would have to be the backsplash and doing a little bit of prying around the edges. Kind of wonky there, sorry about that. And now I can start finishing up my cabinets too while all this is setting and drying and hardening. I'm going to wait a good 48 hours to do any sealing work. And I will be sealing the backsplash, but I'm not going to epoxy them because the epoxy, they're not going to hold up on a vertical, I don't think. So it's a learning process. So I'm going to take some of this out. But this worked great to get this worked into the sides and then to just kind of form it. Over here you can see where they had dried on the tape instead of on the concrete, but that's fine. It gave me the effect I wanted. And I took the leaf and folded the leaf into the edge so the pattern does come over, and that turned out nicely. And this dark gray will lighten, as did the other, the one that's over the dishwasher that I did a month ago. So it will turn a lighter gray. I debated coloring this somehow, but I'm not going to. I like it turning lighter. I don't want the color to come from my countertops in my kitchen. Right now everything's open, so it's got a little bit more color than I want. Outlet situations, I got those two outlets, and all my appliances and things that need to be plugged up are over there. And I have one outlet that's underneath this middle cabinet here. And this is where I was hoping to put my appliance lift for the KitchenAid, which my budget can no longer afford to do. And I do want to somehow cover this. I'm not going to paint. I'm just now keeping an eye open for materials that I can put up there, whether it's some beadboard or some sort of tiles or something. But painting on this wallpaper is just a nightmare. I guess I could do some more of the brown paint and bring it around, but I don't want that any more than I've already got. It's nice on that wall, but I think if I did this it'd be too much, and then the transition into where the light switch is and where the wall goes all the way up to the ceiling and down to the floor. I don't want that brown. So originally I was going to have the counters in about a foot before where it does now, and have a peninsula come out, so there'd be a U shape along this wall on that side. But I really liked the open feel. Once I had everything moved out, it felt great, and I was like, I really like this, and I don't want to lose that. Even though I lose the storage, everything is just down that hall for me to use and have access to. So storage is not a problem if I don't have to have it in the kitchen. So most of my pantry is back there. The things that we use regularly is going to be out here, but everything else is going to be back there. I'm rethinking what to do about this 2-foot wide cabinet. Originally it was not going to have easy access from this side, but now that the counter isn't going to come out, it's going to stay like it is now. I am thinking about moving that board to the other side and having the 2-foot access just from here. So that requires some other thoughts and redesign, and of course no doors. I took the things down from there that was going to do the drawers and everything. I took it all out so that I can work on this. This is what I have left. There's a 5-gallon bucket under there with some more mix that I can use to do the backsplash, and I still have 2 more bags, and I'm hoping not to open that so I can take that out of my budget. My husband can use it, so that's another $10 back into the budget, and I won't be totally broke. But just wanted to show you how this is developing, and I'm really happy with using the duct tape to round the corner, so there's less sanding. I did come in with my 5-in-1 tool and kind of scrape down some parts that were obviously, I think you can, right here it was like you can obviously tell my fingers had lifted up. You can see my finger marks over here, and I don't mind having that there, but it was too raised up, so I did that. You see my finger marks. You know, it's fine that people know that this is homemade. I don't know where homemade got a bad reputation, and it's not professionally done. I'm sure anyone that's worked with concrete before is laughing at my work here. That's okay. This one tells a story, and I learned, and I enjoyed it, and I'm open to trying different things. And this is, you're not going to find this countertop anywhere else. And I'm not trying to be unique for the sake of being unique, but let's get real. Even if I had the money, I am not going to spend hundreds or thousands on a granite countertop. I've yet to see granite that, yeah, I thought it was pretty, but it's not something I wanted to see in my kitchen 24/7 for years and years. This, if it lasts me 10 years, that's great. I figure after 10 years I'd probably be tired of it and want something else. And I want to change out the flooring and the countertops. That's normally what's done in the kitchen, or doors, cabinet doors. So as long as those things stay moderately inexpensive for me to do, it's worth doing. 4 bags of concrete here cost me $20. The 1 bag on the other side of the kitchen, that's another $25. The epoxy is probably going to hurt me. I don't know how far that's going to get me with each batch. It's $22 for a little bit, and I don't know. It all depends on how thick I go. But we're talking, okay, add the plywood, that's another $40 okay, so for $65 plus the epoxy, which may be another $100 countertops. I mean, you can't get laminate, it's going to cost you that much. So anyway, the idea, the motivation is I wanted something different, and I didn't want, and there was nothing there I saw that I liked, and I really loved the idea of something that you can actually kind of sculpt and make very unique. And I looked at the ones that did the fiber optics and all that, and I even started to get into that, and I was like, whoa. Budget, time, experience, I keep it simple, get it done. Stop me from going a little overboard with that, but as it is, it's crazy. And right now I'm in the process of cleaning up and starting the backsplash work. And in the meanwhile, I'm cooking dinner, cooking meals. Anyway, I hope this helps, and I hope you've enjoyed watching.